So we have just been listening to the gospel readings that will base the Holy Father's catechism. Dear brothers and sisters, today we will look at one of the most striking and luminous gestures in the gospel. The moment when Jesus, during the Last Supper, offers a morsel to the one who is about to betray him. It is not only a gesture of sharing, it is much more. It is the love's last attempt to not give up. St. John, with his profound spiritual sensibility, tells us about this moment. During supper, when the devil had already induced Judas, son of Simon Iscariot, to hand him over, Jesus knew his hour had come to pass. He loved them to the end. To love until the end. Here is the key to understanding Christ's heart. A love that does not cease in the face of rejection, disappointment, even ingratitude. Jesus knows the time, but he does not submit to it. He chooses it. It is he who recognizes the moment in which his love must pass through the most painful wound, that of betrayal. And indeed, instead of withdrawing, accusing, defending himself, he continues to love. He washes the feet, dips the bread, and offers it. It is the one to whom I hand the morsel after I have dipped it. With this simple and humble gesture, Jesus carries his love forward and to its depths, not because he is ignoring what is happening, but precisely because he sees it clearly. He has understood that the freedom of the other, even when it is lost in evil, can still be reached by the light of a meek gesture. Because he knows that true forgiveness does not await repentance, but offers itself first as a free gift, even before it is accepted. Judas, unfortunately, does not understand. After the morsel, says the Gospel, Satan entered him. This passage strikes us as if evil, hidden until then, manifested itself after love showed its most defenseless face. And precisely for this reason, brothers and sisters, that morsel is our salvation, because it tells us that God does everything, absolutely everything, to reach us, even in the hour when we reject him. It is here that forgiveness reveals all its power and manifests the true face of hope. It is not forgetfulness, it is not weakness, it is the ability to set the other free while loving them to the end. Jesus' love does not deny the truth of pain, but it does not allow evil to have the last word. This is the mystery Jesus accomplishes for us, in which we too, at times, are called to participate. How many relationships are broken? How many stories become complicated? How many unspoken words remain suspended? And yet the gospel tells us that there is always a way to continue to love, even when everything seems irredeemably compromised. To forgive does not mean to deny evil, but to prevent it from generating further evil. It is not to say that nothing has happened, but to do everything possible to ensure that resentment does not determine the future. When Judas leaves the room, it was night. But immediately after, Jesus says, "Now is the Son of Man glorified." The night is still there, but a light has already begun to shine. And it shines because Christ remains faithful to the end, and so his love is stronger than hatred. Dear brothers and sisters, we too experience painful and difficult nights, nights of the soul, nights of disappointment, nights in which someone has hurt and betrayed us. In those moments, the temptation is to close ourselves up, to protect ourselves, and to return the blow. But the Lord shows us that another way always exists. He teaches us that one can offer a morsel even to someone who turns their back on them, that one can respond with the silence of the truth, and that we can move forward with dignity without renouncing love. Let us acknowledge today and ask for the grace to be able to forgive even when we do not feel understood, even when we feel abandoned, because it is precisely in these moments that love can reach its pinnacle. As Jesus teaches us, to love means to leave the other free, even to betray, without ever ceasing to believe that even that freedom, wounded and lost, can be snatched from the deception of darkness and returned to the light of goodness. When the light of forgiveness succeeds in filtering through the deepest crevices of the heart, then we understand that it is never futile. Even if the other does not accept it, even if it seems to be in vain, forgiveness frees those who give it. It dispels resentment. It restores peace. It returns us to ourselves. Jesus, with this simple gesture of offering bread, shows that every betrayal can become an opportunity for salvation if it is chosen as a space for a greater love. It does not give in to evil, but conquers it with good, preventing it from extinguishing what is really true in us, the capacity to love. And there we are. We've just listened to the Holy Father's catechesis for this week, and we now pause briefly for reflection as we listen also to the